Hey, this is Ian on behalf of Interactive Sport. Thank you for watching. And in this short video presentation, what we're going to do is just outline what you're going to do for your next Skype call with the learners as a follow-up from the outstanding experience that we had. And we're going to show you a few things of how to get the most out of the call with the learner. So before we start that, just to let you know that the feedback from the initial session that we had, the first session that you had, sitting with the learners and sharing your stories with them and them sharing their stories with you, have been phenomenal. The feedback from the kids has been tremendous. They were so many of them were inspired, excited and motivated that somebody's taken an interest in them and that they have somebody they can relate to, which is wonderful, and they've shared some beautiful stories with us. It's been truly uplifting and inspiring. So it was just tremendous, and I really wanted you guys to know about that. The teachers have been raving about the kids. Immediately, many of the kids have been far more focused in class and positive, and it really just the whole thing as one initial experience was just tremendous. So really what we want to do now is continue with that journey with the kids and build on the tremendous success that's already happened. So that will be the context. When you meet with the guys and you speak over the Skype call, really what we want to do in the follow-up session is to want you to reconnect with them and just to build on that relationship. And the main part of the session will be understanding what their commitments were, what their story was left on at the end of the last experience, and then picking up from there. So seeing what they had committed to, what they decided and were motivated to start doing and stop doing, and now we're going to evaluate that. So in your worksheets, when you have a look at that, you'll see that it talks about and asks questions about, so what did you actually do? You know, you made these commitments, what did you manage to do? What worked for you? What didn't work for you? And what did you learn from that? And then what, based on those learnings, what commitments and what positive actions do you want to take, or behaviors you want to take moving forward. So that's really an outline and a simple summary of the session. An idea there is to get them thinking, is to have a conversation with you, to get see where they were, where they're at, and what the kind of behaviors and actions are that are going to help move them positively forward. Just before you start going into the questions and you build rapport with the guys, it's important to establish the context of the call and just explain to them that you're there as the mentor, as the facilitator, as somebody they can trust, and you're going to help them uncover the learnings for them and the behaviors and the actions in the session, you know. And it's important that they continue being positive, that they be disciplined, that they, you know, whatever you agree on in the sessions, that they're going to do their best to do it, and you're investing your time and energy in them, and in return, you know, they'll do the same thing and give their best self to the process, and together it will be an incredible partnership that you will establish with them. So back to the questions, is in the worksheets you'll see what they are, and they're pretty self-explanatory, but really we want to focus on the three areas that are pertinent to them that they've set goals in. So that will be in their personal lives, in their school, work and academics, and in their extramural activities. And all the questions, please keep a focus on those three areas. So really directing them to those three areas for the questions. You know, what you might find is a common theme of behaviors or actions that they're doing in the different areas that seem to be common. You know, and you might find that there's one thing that they did that was very successful for them, or one thing that they stopped doing that had a positive outcome for them. So the goal is to have a conversation with them, to encourage them to speak freely and just to explore. You know, it's very important that there's no judgments, and you share that with them up front. You're not here to judge them, you're here to help them and assist them, inspire them, you know, and work together with them. So, you know, it's a process that we don't know where it's going to go with them, and it's to explore it together and just keep moving forward on the initial story and building a more positive story with more positive learnings and actions and behaviors that they can keep doing more of, that will empower them towards their goals. So that's a basic understanding and overview of the session. So in conclusion, just really listen with your hearts, listen with your heads, listen to what they're saying, what they're not saying, and thank you so much for the time, effort, and energy that you're giving. You cannot believe the impact you're making in their lives, the difference you're making, the inspiration you're giving, and I'm sure they're doing the same thing for you too. So enjoy the journey, and we'll catch up with you next time. All the best.